every seat is filled. Oh my god. That's okay. Unlike a commuter train, I'm good. It's okay.
So we would know what we got left. Got lots of people standing outside in case they need a seat. We can get out.
Just checking.
Yeah, thank you. Briefing, if I can get everybody's attention, please. Number one, please do not stick anything out these windows. If they're not latched right, they will slam down. Also, we do pass closed clearances. That's maybe a half a foot beside us. So we do not want nobody getting hurt. And remain seated till we come back here. You'll hear that whistle blow one time, means the train is stopped and the brakes are set. Air conditioner's working good, right?
Yeah.
So the engine we're riding behind is built by Baldwin Locomotive Works, built in 1929. It's an 060 switch engine. The car behind the engine, built in 1925. The car that I'm in, the center car, built in 1916. This is all mahogany wood. The car behind us, built in 1925. These cars were commuter cars. That's why you see suitcases and racks. You could have spent anywhere from 1 to 3 days on these cars. And they didn't have these nice, comfortable, cushy seats in all of them. They had wicker seats. So the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad, they traveled about 999 miles. And they hauled passenger and freight. Along the freight was anthracite coal and the Scranton steel rail. So they had a roundhouse here in 1902, 46 stalls. Original part is the technology building where that cutaway engine's sitting. That's an original part of the 1902. That's the boost ride's going to take off.
Hopefully there's still time to do that. I don't know. The caboose train is out of the way. That is actually the oldest piece of equipment there at Steamtown, that rotary snowplow. Built back in
1890s is when that rotary snowplow was built.
And it's
That's behind the green shed. That is the oldest piece we have. It could generate enough steam to power the blade, but it could not generate enough steam to power the blade and to move itself. So a steam engine would be behind that pushing it. Where you see that mall walkway to your left, that used to be where the coaling trestle sat. So that coaling trestle was 475 feet long. They would push hopper cars full of anthracite coal up there, drop it into a bin. Then when the engines needed filled, the engineers pull the engines up, spot the tenders where we're shooting, fill them tenders up. The roundhouse to your right. And in the front car, it's going to be behind you. Back car is going to be in the front of you. So that was built in 1937. So why 2 different years between 1902 and 1937? 1917, they had a 20-stall fire that burnt that whole side down. And side was all wood. So there's 2 whistles.
All aboard!
Dog in there.
One means we'll stop.
Yep.
So as we pass the roundhouse to the right, you're going to notice the locomotive shop. That part of the shop was built in 1865.
Whoa.
As we pass it, look down on the roof further. You'll see a high white roof. As business picked up, they needed more people, more machinery. That part was built on 10 years later, 1875. So between the roundhouse and that shop, they had anywhere from about 2,000 to 4,000 employees on all three shifts. It never closed, 24/7. So they did minor repairs in the roundhouse. They adjusted things, wiped things down, changed some tires. If it was something more labor intense, they moved it to the locomotive shop, and that's one of two shops. As we get to the second one, I'll point that out. So the concrete rings to your right that you see, that was set for steam and what sat inside. Diesel fuel tanks. So these walls we got there, them rings are retaining walls. That meant if the diesel fuel leaked out of the tanks, it did not go beyond those walls. So we hope everybody enjoyed your freight train ride. Okay? Was it nice? No. So what's going to happen now is the conductor or the trainman is getting a switch behind us. And we're going to end up close to the mall. We're going to end up right beside it. That's how many tracks we're going to go over. Okay?
Yep. Ah, yes.
I got a really good view of that one leaving.
Coming out wrapped in plastic. So why they're wrapped is because we're protecting them, they have no windows in. We don't have enough room in the shop right now for them.
Wow. Essentially, they got the Christmas present treatment. Sorry, but that's what I qualify these as.
Those are the Booten cars underneath
So
that.
welcome to Rail Fest 2023.
Oh, wow. Do you know passenger cars on the other end?
Motorman cars.
Yeah.
Motorman seat in each one.
Wow.
Each end there.
Deserve that.
You know,
They're 30s, 1930s.
we're gonna credit for the next time I do.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a doozy.
I'm a Lackawanna guy fan here, so this is
I'm
my...
Western Maryland.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
from Maryland. But it's like all railroads,
Yep.
actually.
And then we got this guy,
Yep,
formerly from the Grand Trunk Western.
Have I gone up there? I'm from Hagerstown.
And another Central Railroad New Jersey coach. Oh. Don't know what this coal car used to be from.
Stretch my knee out. It's got trees coming on it.
Does it really?
And everybody passed the Canadian Pacific 2317 coming in before you got to the gates. It's its 100th birthday this month.
This is a very unique engine right here.
Yeah,
A
it's a tank line.
41 tank engine.
So you see the gondolas to your left, we do share a line with the short line freight. And a few of those diesels sitting in the core complex are theirs. See the caboose? Built in 1952. The diesel is a 1958 GP9. And then everybody past this locomotive I'm going to talk about coming into the parking lot. It sits on the other side of the parking lot from where we're at. Union Pacific 4012. It is known as the Big Boy. It is the world's largest steam locomotive. They built 25 of them between 1941 and 1945. Only 8 of them exist. If the tenders were full capacity of coal and water, those engines weighed 1.2 million pounds. Without it, they weigh over 700,000. They're over 132 feet long. Only 8 exist. Union Pacific Railroad. They sent a group of people around to all 8 existing big boys. They needed to see which one was in the best and the closest condition to get running, and it was the 4014 out in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
It's a good thing this one wasn't picked because it's the only Union Pacific locomotive to be on the East Coast.
What?
Because the others are either in the Midwest or the West.
You got it.
I've been coming to Steamtown for years.
Yeah, and we had a guy yesterday that went to 7 of them, and he's on his way to Texas to see the last one.
Wow!
And
Wow!
I said, amazing. I've never heard somebody say that.
Wow!
They say they're going to see them all, but he's actually one that only had one more to go.
Right there, you can see the
And
bridge.
as we keep backing up, if you notice to your left, you're going to see a building that looks like it was a station off the distance. That was a Central Jersey's freight station. Their passenger station used to sit across the road where that new bank sits at today. The way we all came in and we're all waved, that track down below that you're going to pass. That used to be the former D&H, Delaware and Hudson Railroad.
Speaking of D&H, that line that you see going into the parking lot there, that's the former line going to Carbondale.
Yeah, that's the DLs. That's fairly new because that wasn't there years ago.
Yeah, I rode on that line 1 year ago, and it was with this locomotive hauling all of the Central Railroad New Jersey cars. It was amazing. It's the last steam-powered excursion on Steamtown's roster, and I highly recommend it.
Should be a tour guide here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get questions sometimes, well, how fast do trains go? Well, it all depends on what that speed limit is on the track. Train tracks have speed limits just like roads.
And of course, over there you can see the Reading T1 Northern. Another locomotive, two other locomotives of that type are on. One of them is at Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, and another one is at the Baltimore Railroad Museum in Baltimore, Maryland. The one at Jim Thorpe is the only operational one there is. So if you ever get a chance, see the Jim
If you
Thorpe.
look to your right, you're going to see a tender that has New York Central on it.
Oh, what?
So why at New York Central I picked out on the tender is because if you look below your windows, you'll see steam heat. When they went to diesel, they had to figure a way out and how they were going to steam heat the cars. So that New York Central tender has a steam generator inside.
Wow. I know.
Got the sand tower to the right. As we keep climbing, where the mall sits, there's an additional 5 tracks. They ran passenger and freight. They ran about 100 trains a day between the both. They had east and westbound tracks. Now the second locomotive shop is getting ready to come into view. That's going to be on your right side. It's going to be one of the biggest buildings in Scranton. That was the erecting shop.
Wow, that is quite
When
the
they
smoke
opened back
crusher.
up, they closed the one down in the park. That building was capable of holding 42 steam locomotives.
Wow, that is quite the smoke.
It stinks. It's a bad patch of coal or something. see a park. Where that park sits, that's where the passenger trains ran. So you got the second locomotive shop to your right. Passenger train tracks were to your left. As we pass the locomotive shop, it's got archways. That's the doorways that was holding 42 locomotives. It's owned by the military today, called General Dynamics. You can notice the parking lot to your left. And that parking lot is still tracks. There's tracks that up to the Radisson Hotel. That Radisson Hotel was built in 1906, completed and opened by 1908. That was the main headquarters of the Rappahannock Passenger Station.
You're not filming the actual train. Yep. Locomotive number. Someone's started the second car behind me.
Down Thomas to your right, that's where the shuttle bus is taking you back and forth. University of Scranton soccer field coming up to your right.
This is it is one of the best train stations out there in the country.
As we keep moving, you're gonna notice on that wall painted in big letters. Electric trolley. So use looking at me, it's gonna be on your right. Wow. Well, right. As we move, look out to the building to the left. You'll see a mansion. That was a Scranton's mansion. This is all the
Mommy had them
University of
all.
Scranton.
He probably told him.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's right in it. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts stripes. See what they do. See what they do.
I'll let you hear the sound of the engine if you can hear it.
Typical.
Thank you.
But let any of us know if anybody's got any questions. That will be on the north side, which is on your left side.
Man, the train usually doesn't go this far.
Yeah, no, we're doing it today because of Relic Fest.
And
We
hey,
do it on Sundays
wow.
when the freight's not up.
And you know what?
Yes.
And I guess, because steam is rarely seen on this line nowadays.
Well, we run. We're the only station in town in
We
this
came
line.
out this
Yeah.
Did we go through that side first? No. When we did the railroad tracks?
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
The only time we were in there.
We were up on South there.
I can't see much of it. I mean,
That will be on the north side, which is on your left side.
Man, the train usually doesn't go this far.
Yeah, no, we're doing it today because of Relic Fest.
And
We
hey,
do it on Sundays
wow.
when the freight's not up.
And you know what?
Yes.
And I guess, because steam is rarely seen on this line nowadays.
Well, we run. We're the only station in town in
We
this
came
line.
out this
Yeah.
Did we go through that side first? No. When we did the railroad
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
The only time we were in there
So we were up on South Dick.
I can't see much. Glad you say you're having